Hello everybody. Do come in and join me. Pull up a chair, get comfortable, and welcome to today's video. Now, it's going to be a good one today because I'm going to be talking all about what I think is probably my favourite drugstore brand of makeup. I was looking through my makeup drawers the other day and looking at all the products that I have, and there's quite a few now. And I was just asking myself, if I had to choose my favourite drugstore brand, I won't say of all time, because who knows what that would be, but certainly for now, of the moment, like of the last sort of couple of years, what would be my favourite drugstore brand? I think it would be NYX, because when I think about their products, there's at least one or two things that I always use whenever I do my makeup. And if you saw my best makeup products of 2025, two of them were from NYX. I'm going to use one of them today. I'm not going to use the other one, but I will talk about it and tell you what it is later on. And I've actually got myself a couple of new items recently from NYX as well. So I thought I'm going to come on and just film a video just showing you all of these products and how they apply and how they look on my 48-year-old skin, so that you can see, if you are thinking of purchasing any of these for yourself, you can see how they look on me first. Now, I did do another NYX video last year back in the summertime, and that was more a cool toned makeup look, because for some reason in the summertime I feel more drawn to the cool toned colours in my makeup, whereas in the winter I definitely prefer the richer, warmer tones. But for today I'm not necessarily going to do anything cool or warm. I'm just going to be using my favourites, just the products that I've really been enjoying using from NYX. So let's get started, shall we? Get my hairband in. And I'm going to make a start. Now, NYX do have a really good selection of primers, but the one that I like the best from NYX is this little stick. It's the pore filler stick. Now, if you know me, if you've seen me before, you'll know I have combination skin. It can get oily down the T-zone, and I do have enlarged pores just around this central part here, as a lot of us do when we get in our late 40s. So I really like using this. I don't use it all the time, but just when I'm feeling like my pores could do with a little bit of help, maybe just there as well. So I'll just apply it straight from the stick like that, and I'll just blend it in with my fingers, maybe a bit there on the chin as well. There. That's all I'll do for primer, and as quickly as that, it's on. I've just got my usual skincare on and my SPF, just in terms of priming my skin. Now, I'm very excited about this new product because it's NYX's most recent foundation launch. It's called, let me just get my glasses, it's called the Make 'em Wonder Soft Matte Buildable Foundation. It looks absolutely beautiful. I have it in the shade 08 Vanilla, and I've seen rave reviews of this product. People are loving it, aren't they? So soft matte, I do like a soft matte foundation. As I said, my skin can get quite oily, so far I'm quite excited. Now, it's a squeezy tube like this. I haven't tried this yet, so this is a first impression. So let's squeeze some out. Okay, it's it doesn't come out as quickly as I thought it would, but that could be a good thing, couldn't it? So that's 08 Vanilla, this shade. It's quite thick, isn't it, in consistency? I'm going to take my Beili foundation brush and just take a bit of this on that brush and just, oh, is that going to be too light for me? Might be too light, might it? Okay. Well, you know, it is the middle of winter. It's February. So I'm still in all of my winter shades for foundations. Okay, well, it's blending nice. Yeah, I could have gone a shade deeper than this. I just colour matched myself in Boots. I could have asked one of the ladies to colour match me, but I don't know. I was in a bit of a hurry, you know, and I just thought, I know what colour I am. I don't need to get colour matched. So there we go. So let's have a look at this colour, at this foundation, see what we think. Well, I love that coverage, actually. Just get my mirror here. It's really smooth. It's covered my pores lovely. It's covered my redness on my cheeks really nicely. Doesn't seem to be settling into the fine lines at all. Yeah, I like that. I'd say in terms of whether it's matte or not, they say it's a soft matte, and I think, yeah, I think I would agree with that. It's got a slight amount of luminosity to it, so it's not making me look flat. I don't think the colour is quite right, but that's my fault. That's not the foundation's fault. I'll warm it up with bronzer and things as we go later. But yeah, in terms of the coverage and how it feels, I think that's really, really nice. And I didn't notice a fragrance. So for those of you who are sensitive to fragrance, I didn't notice any fragrance. But yeah, first impressions, initial impressions are very good. I'll see how it wears through the day as well, and I'll pin a comment and let you know. But no, I think that's really nice. Now, in terms of concealer, my favourite one from NYX, and the one that I get so much use out of, is the Bear With Me Serum Concealer. You will have seen me use this before, well, if you've watched my previous videos. If you haven't, hello, I'm Rebecca. Lovely to have you here. Really glad you found me. But those who have watched my videos before may well have seen me use this because I love it. It's really good. It's quite thin in consistency. It's got a little pump. I don't know how I feel about the pumps. I think I prefer a concealer to have a doe foot personally, but it's no big deal, is it? There it is. And I'm going to blend that in with my e.l.f. Tap and Blend concealer brush. I really like this brush. So I'm just going to take a small amount of that on there and just tap it into those hollows under my eyes. There, and again over here. Yeah. Oh dear, I need concealer at the moment because I've had some sleepless nights. My granddaughter, little baby Elsie's been up to stay. Oh my goodness, she's 2 months old now. And so obviously, you know, she's up in the night wanting feeds as they do. And she's been to stay for almost a week actually with her mum, because her mum is my daughter and she's on maternity leave. And yeah, we've had a nice few days with them. I say sleepless nights. She actually went 5 hours the other night. So that is amazing, isn't it? For a 2-month-old baby to go 5 hours at night, that is fantastic. And she's starting to get into more of a routine now with the feeds and things. But oh, she's just so lovely. She's becoming more aware of the world around her as well now. You know, her eyes are always open. She's looking around, she's very curious. Bright lights, any bright lights, and she's sort of looking around. Oh, she's just gorgeous. I really love spending time with her. She's my first granddaughter, my first grandchild. Really, really loving it. Right, so that's my concealer on. I'm feeling very light and bright and white at the moment, so I need to get some colour added back into my face. But before I do that, I'm going to use the setting powder. And this is one of the products that made it into my best makeup products from 2025. So if you saw that video, you will have seen me talk about this, the Wonder Snatch powder from NYX. And this one is in the shade Peach Posse. And I love it. It's a loose powder, but it doesn't make a mess like some loose powders do because it closes off. I absolutely love that about this product. I hate it when loose powders go everywhere and make a mess. So I just tap out a fairly small amount in the lid, and I'm going to go in with my Real Techniques powder brush. Just get all of that into the bristles there and tap it off and set my face. Yeah, such a gorgeous, finely milled powder this is. And they do different shades as well. They do a pink shade, which I've heard is nice sort of under the eyes, anywhere you want to brighten. If you use a pinky tone shade, that can work really well. But I don't know, there's just something about this slightly peachier shade for me that I just think works really well on my skin tone. So love that. If you're looking for a new loose powder, recommended. Honestly, it's great. It's my new word, recommended. I'm going to start using it. Right, now then, on to the colour products, which I'm really feeling I need at the moment now, just to add some life and dimension back into my face. And for bronzer and blush, I've got these. Now, these products have been very controversial ever since they came out. I've watched some reviews. People either love or hate these. And if people hate them, the reason seems to be that they're just too pigmented. And they are very, very pigmented. So there's a bit of a technique to using these. I'd say you need a very light hand. I would always say go into a very pigmented product with a big, fluffy, loosely packed brush. I'm going to use this one for my bronzer, Real Techniques 400. And I'm going to use my big fluffy Beili brush for the blusher. So both of these, they're very loosely packed. They're big fluffy brushes. You don't want anything too dense and too tightly packed for these, because you might struggle to blend them. So let me go into the bronzer. This one is called Deserve Butta. It's the Butta Melt bronzer. They're all called something to do with butter, aren't they, these products? And this is the packaging. I don't know why they didn't put a mirror in there. I mean, I do know why. They're keeping costs down, aren't they? Which is a good thing, I guess. But sometimes I miss not having a mirror there. But the product itself is gorgeous. It is smooth. I can see why they called them Butta Melt products. You've got this lovely swirly pattern embossed in it there. And it is just, it's gorgeous. It's really, really smooth. It is very pigmented. A little goes a very, very long way. So you have to use it with caution. So I'm going to take my Real Techniques 400 and pick up a very small amount of this product. So I'm just going to go in like that, tap it off and apply it just to that hollow under my cheekbone there. Might actually pick up a little bit more. Yeah, and that is enough. That's enough, isn't it? You can see the difference that has made. And I also like to put bronzer across the top of my forehead. I have quite a large forehead, which I was always told is a sign of intelligence. But don't know, what do you think? If you don't have a large forehead, or if you have a fringe or something, you probably wouldn't do this step. I'm going to put a bit on my nose as well, because my nose can look quite large if I've got a very light foundation on. So just a little bit of depth there, and over onto the other side. So, I mean, I really do like this product. It's got a fragrance. It's not too strong a fragrance. It's not like the Physicians Formula butter bronzer. That is really, really quite strongly fragranced, isn't it? Sort of coconut. It's nice, but not everybody is into fragrance, and some people are allergic to it, aren't they? But this one, it is there. So if you don't like fragrance in your makeup, I don't think you'd like this. But it's only a slight amount. Personally, I do really like it, and I think the finish of that is very nice. It's not matte, so it just gives you that lovely amount of life to your skin. Oh, really like it. Now, this one, the Butta Melt Blush, is probably a bit scarier than the bronzer. What colour is this? You Know Butter. Again, they're all butter themed names, aren't they? The Butta Melt Blush. Exactly the same packaging. I like how sturdy these compacts are and how they feel. It doesn't feel flimsy at all. It doesn't feel like it's going to break after a few uses. But look at this. Look at how bright this is. Again, it's got that gorgeous embossing on it. Look at that. It is really, really pigmented. So again, I'm going to use a really light hand. I'm going to go in with this big fluffy Beili brush. and pick up just a very small amount. And with a light hand, this could all go wrong, couldn't it? I'm just going to apply it to that sort of upper cheek area. Oh, there it is. There it is. We can see it. Blend, blend, blend. Yeah. So you see why you need a very loosely packed big brush. If I used a small denser brush, I would just have like a little blob of it and it would be really, really hard to blend out. But I think that that's just right. So I'm going to do the same thing again. Same thing again over here. So, yeah. Oh, it's such a good brush, this, for these products. Okay, yeah. And, I mean, I love a highly pigmented blush. Anyway, if you have watched my videos before, you'll know that blush is my favourite step in the makeup routine. I just love it. I think it makes the biggest difference to your face, especially as you're getting a bit older. If you just add that bit of colour to your cheeks, I just think it adds freshness, and it's a more youthful look, I think, as well. So I actually really love this blush. So there you go, my opinion. So what are you thinking so far then? I think that it's looking really, really fresh and nice. So let's move on to the eyes now. And I'm going to just go over my eyebrows. I'm going to go over my nano bladed eyebrows with a new eyebrow pencil. So this was another one of the new products that I've bought from NYX recently. And I'm going to need my glasses on again for this now, because writing's getting smaller, isn't it? What's this called? It's the NYX Professional Makeup Powder Louder Pencil. Looks like this. Powder Louder Pencil. And this one is in the shade Soft Brown. And it's not a retractable eyebrow pencil, which is my usual preferred sort. It's one of these. It's an actual proper pencil that you have to sharpen with a sharpener, and you do get the spoolie on the other side. But I just love the way that this is packaged. I mean, look at these little pink ends. Isn't it lovely? It's really nice. So I'm just going to apply some of this now to my brows and see what we think. So I like to hold my eyebrow pencils quite low down, quite far down, because then I get the nice soft feathery strokes, especially if I think a pencil is going to be a bit on the dark side for me, because this is in a soft brown, it's not in a blonde or an auburn or anything like that. So I thought it might be a bit too dark. It's not too dark at all. In fact, a lot of my viewers often say to me that I should have a darker brow and a thicker brow. I don't know, maybe I should, but I just like them the way I like them. This is the shape that I think suits me best, so I'm going to stick with it. But occasionally I will experiment with a darker pencil, because it's only makeup, isn't it? It washes off at the end of the day. Not doing anything permanent with my makeup, so yeah, I actually like that. Yeah, really nice. And it feels lovely and soft going on. I can see why they've called it a powder louder pencil, because it does feel very soft and powdery. And I'm just going to go through that with the spoolie end there, just to soften it a bit more. NYX brow products are very, very good, aren't they? For a long time, I used the micro brow pencil. That was lovely. They do one called Lift and Snatch as well, which I think is more of a pen, and it's got sort of 2 or 3 nibs, do you call it, and people can draw on their lashes. I know that that's very popular too. And well, they do a few, don't they? They do lots, but the general consensus is that NYX brow products are very, very good. And yeah, I agree. I really like this. Now, moving on to my eyes. So for an eyeshadow primer, I don't have one from NYX at the moment, so I'm just going to use my Milani one. And just a little squeezy tube. Really, really love this. Just a small amount is all you need just to go over the lids there. It was actually Emily Noel that got me into this. If you watch Emily's channel, she swears by this. She really believes it's the best eyeshadow primer out there. And yeah, it is a really, really good one. Okay, so let's just, there we go. Lovely. Now then, for my eyeshadow, I'm going to use a lovely palette, and you'll all know it. It's been out for many, many years. It's the Ultimate Warm Neutrals. Now, in my last video that I did on NYX last year, I used the cool version of this. What was it called? Vintage Jean Baby, I think it was called. It had like blues and pinks in it. Well, this one has got all these beautiful warm terracotta coral colours, and I think it's gorgeous, and it's exactly the colour scheme that I want to be going for at this time of year when it's freezing cold outside. And if you have green eyes like me, or blue eyes even, these warm colours are really, really flattering on you. Maybe even on brown eyes too. So I'm going to take a big fluffy Beili eyeshadow brush, and what shade shall I go into? I'm going to go into this matte brown here on my brush and just blend that on my lid up into my crease area where my crease would be if I had one, if I didn't have hooded eyes, which I obviously do have. So you just have to be a bit more careful about where you place your transition shade. I want to do it just there on that outer part and up like that as well, so that when my eyes open, you can still sort of see some definition there. And same again over here. Yeah, they're so lovely and blendable, these. Yeah, for a drugstore palette, it's really, really nice. And I know it's been out for many, many years. They actually changed the packaging of it a few years ago. It used to be in a sort of thicker box. Are these called boxes? Compact, a thicker compact. And I think they probably upgraded the formula of the shadows as well at that time. A lot of makeup products are being reformulated at the moment, aren't they? And they're getting rid of a lot of talc and certain other ingredients that have been banned. I know in the EU some ingredients have been banned in cosmetics in the EU, so a lot of brands are having to reformulate and update their products. It's happened to some foundations and powder products as well, because a lot of them are having the talc taken out and things like that. But I think they've done a great job at NYX. I think this palette is beautiful. So that's my crease stroke transition shade on. What shall I go into next? I think I'm going to go into this more bronzy shimmery colour here on my on this Beili brush with the flat tip. I'm going to go into this colour here and just apply that to my outer corner, just to add an extra bit of depth and darkness there. I will go through and blend all this in a minute. Really nice. So, how's February treating you? Are you doing anything for Valentine's Day? I'm not. Really. Me and my husband, we don't really do Valentine's Day. We tend to celebrate the 16th of February more than the 14th of February, because we actually met on the 16th of February. Back in 2008, on the 16th of February was the day we first met. So we do tend to celebrate that because it's like an anniversary. So we have two anniversaries. We have that date and we have our wedding anniversary as well in November. So we do tend to celebrate both, because why not? You know, it's an achievement, isn't it? Spending all that time with the same person. There we go. And I'll just give that a little bit more of a blend out there too. Lovely. Now I'm feeling like the inner corner needs a little bit of a highlight. So I'm going to go into this shade here, this sort of creamy beige colour on my fingertip, and just apply that in that inner corner. Oh, it's just so nice. And, you know, you could make this work for daytime or for evening, I think, depending on, you know, how much you apply and which shades you apply. There we go. Lovely, isn't it? Now, because I want a little bit more warmth, I'm going to go into this little detailer brush, I guess you'd call it. And I want some of this gorgeous sort of terracotta colour, you'd call it, wouldn't you, on my very, very small detailer brush, and just place it there on my lid, just above where my iris is. I heard a makeup artist once say that if you place a colour, a sort of a contrasting colour to your eye colour here, just above where your iris is, as you blink, it really helps to enhance the colour of your eye. So, as I say, if you have blue eyes, this coppery, terracotta-y colour would look gorgeous on you. And I think it works on my green eyes too. So there we are, really happy with that. Now, in terms of an eyeliner, I don't have a NYX eyeliner, can you believe it? I was sure I did, and I went all through my drawers. I was looking for one, but I couldn't find one. So instead, I'm going to use this darkest brown shade in this palette with an eyeliner brush like this, a flat one. And I'm going to go into this shade here. So if you don't have an eyeliner, if you've got a palette with a variety of colours in and a flat liner brush like this, it's fine, isn't it? I'm just going to go along my lash line, just where I would put my eyeliner usually, just to deepen it up and make my lash line look a bit thicker. There we are. Same again on the other side. Such a versatile palette this is. Now, if I'm going out in the evening, I might put a little bit just in that outer corner there on my bottom lid as well. There. I like that a lot. Great palette. Okay, now then, mascara. So, having said all of the lovely positive things that I've just said about NYX, their mascaras are not really my cup of tea. Now, I'm very particular with the kind of mascaras that I use because I have hooded eyes and I've got quite oily skin. I can get oily lids. I need a waterproof or a tubing mascara, and I just haven't really found one from NYX that has done it for me. They do tend to smudge underneath as the day goes by, which is a shame because I have something from all of the other categories from NYX that I really do love. But anyway, for today, I'm going to use this one, the On The Rise mascara. And let me get my glasses because I believe this is a length. Oh no, it's a volume. It's a volumizing mascara, and it just says it's in the shade black. So if you like a volumizing mascara and you don't want waterproof, a lot of people don't, do they? A lot of people don't like waterproof mascaras, then you might like this one. I like the brush. It's got one of those plasticky wands that you can get all the way into. So I do like the application. And it's a really, really dark shade of black as well, which I do like. It's fairly wet formula, I'd say. So I have to be careful. I have to sort of not blink too much till it dries. And again, on some on the other side. Yeah, it does give me nice lashes, I must admit. I just know that if I wear this for any length of time, it's going to smudge. But that's a me problem. It's not the mascara's problem. Do you know what I mean? That's my fault. So so there we go. That's my mascara on. And I think that the eyeshadow and the whole eye look is really nice. I'm really happy with it. So let's move on to lips now. We're nearly done, aren't we? So in terms of lip liners, I think for quite a lot of years now, I think NYX lip liners have been some of the best that you can buy in the drugstore. I've actually got, I've got 4 of them. I've got 2 of these, the original ones that they came out with. These, I've got 2 of those. And I've got one of these as well. Let me put my glasses on. Let me see, I really like this one. What's this one called? Slide On, Glide On, Stay in Place Lip Liner. And it's in the shade Bed Rose. That's really, really nice. This one, the suede one, is lovely. This is in the shade Can. Cannes, Can. That's lovely. It lasts a long time on my lips, this one. But the one I'm going to use today is one of the Line Loud, one of these Line Loud lip pencils. And this one is in the shade Goal Getter. Really, really love this. It's creamy. It goes on nice and smooth. I love the colour of it as well. So I'm just going to apply this to that outer rim. Again, little feathery strokes. And just fill it in slightly as well. Nice. And just blend it in a bit with my finger. Lovely, lovely colour, isn't it? And it does help to make whatever lip product you put on top last a really, really long time. Now then, you probably think you're going to know what lip product I'm going to use if you've seen me before. If you saw my best products of 2025, you probably think you know what I'm going to use, because my favourite lip product from 2025 was this one. It's one of the Lip IV products from NYX in the shade Bubblegum Burst. I absolutely love this. And I wear it most days when I wear makeup. It's just so, so good. It's long lasting. It's like a cross between a lip gloss and a stain, but it's got the staying power of a long wearing lipstick as well, but it's not drying. It feels gorgeous on the lips. Love, love these. However, when I was in Boots buying the new foundation, I noticed these fat oil sticks, and it really appealed to me because NYX do the little fat oil lip oils, don't they? And I must admit, I do enjoy a lip oil in the winter. If I just want some nice hydration on my lips, I do like a lip oil. And the fact that this comes in a stick, I thought is really nice. It's handy, it's portable for, you know, travel, for going in the handbag. And I really love it. What shade is this in? I think it's in, yeah, Going Viral. Going Viral, you never know, do you? And it's like this, you have to push this little button under here to get the product to pop up. It's a few more presses because it's new. You wouldn't have to press it this much after the first use. Okay, and I'm just going to apply this on top of that lip pencil. Oh, that is gorgeous. Fruity. Oh, I love that. It's fruity. Gorgeous. Beautiful, beautiful amount of shine. It feels gorgeous on the lips. Honestly, the lip products from NYX are unbelievable for the prices as well. Absolutely love them. And for many, many years, this was always my favourite lip gloss. Do you remember these, the Butta glosses in Tiramisu? This was always my favourite one of those as well. Now then, I must say I love this face and makeup. Now I know this foundation, the shade was too light for me, but with the bronzer and the blush and the other colours, I think I've managed to make it work. But really, really highly recommend that. It's gorgeous. Now, if I was going out at night and I wanted a little bit more of a highlight on my cheeks, I've got one of these, a Butta Melt highlighter. And again, this can be a little bit scary if you go overboard with it, But if you use a very, very light hand, I've got my Real Technique setting brush. I like to sometimes just apply a little small amount of this just on that cheekbone, just there. So that if you're going out at night, it'll just catch the light as you move your face. And I think that can look really, really pretty. So let's do again over here. You see that? Really lovely, isn't it? And also this highlighter, if you just put a bit on your finger too, is lovely on that, just that inner corner of your eye there. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. Yeah. For evening, I wouldn't do this in the day, but for evening, if you just want to amp it up a bit. Lovely, isn't it? So there we go. Now, if I want this to last a very long time, I might want to use a setting spray. And my favourite one from NYX is the Marshmallow setting spray. This is beautiful. It smells delicious. It smells divine. It's my favourite smelling setting spray that I've ever had. So give it a good shake. And I'm just going to apply some of this now. Oh, I love it. Now, it's not the finest mister that I've ever used in a setting spray. The Maybelline one is probably my favourite of the drugstore setting sprays. But in terms of the smell and how it wears and how it lasts and how it makes my makeup look once it's dried down, it is really, really nice. Yeah, really nice. I love it. So there you have it. That's the end of the video. Let's release the hair. And I'm ready. Ready for what? I don't know, but I'm ready for it. Bring it on. Right, there we go. So have you used any of these products? Do you like NYX as a brand? If you do, let me know. What are your favourites? Do you want to try any of these products as well? Let me know that too. And again, thank you so, so much for watching me. If you are one of my lovely subscribers, I appreciate every single one of you. And I will see you all again in my next video. Okay, bye. Bye-bye.